Hello, my name is Lauren, and today we're going to work through the basic steps of knitting, including casting on, knitting, and then casting off. In order to do that, you'll first have to assemble your materials, simply a ball of yarn, and then 2 knitting needles. Now, the first thing we're going to do is talk through casting on. The first step to knitting is casting the yarn onto your needles. To start this off, you just want to make a small loop. Position your yarn like so, and then pull the end through to make a little loop that you will then thread onto your needle. Once you have it threaded onto your needle, you want to pull it to close the gap. You don't want to pull it too tight, otherwise that'll make your knitting all tense and out of control. Then you want to start casting on. The easiest way I've found to do this is to take the yarn in your right hand or your dominant hand, twist around your fingers, open your fingers up a little bit to make a hole, and then guide the needle through that hole. It'll make a loop like so, and then you can pull it so it's close and snug to the needle. Again, loop twice, put your needle through the hole, slide it on, and make it snug. We're going to cast on 5 stitches for the purpose of this demonstration. It's always a good idea to keep in mind how many stitches you've cast on, so you can always count as you go. Now that you have your 5 stitches cast on, it's time to start knitting. You want to take the empty needle in your dominant hand and hold it like so. Take the needle and slide it underneath the first stitch on the left hand needle. And you want to make a T with the 2 needles. Then take the string that's attached to the ball of yarn, go over the back needle, the right hand needle, and then take that right hand needle down, over, and off. You want to repeat this process, make a T, cross over, and go down, over, and off. You're repeating this until all of the stitches from the left hand side have been transferred to the right hand side. Again, make a T, go around, down, over, and off. Then you've knit your very first row in whatever project you're creating. I'm going to cast on a few more rows just for the purpose of this demonstration, and then we'll talk about casting off. When your project is complete, the last thing you want to do is cast off. Casting off is simply the process of closing up these loops so you have a finished piece that will remain independent from the needles. To start casting off, you start by stitching 2 stitches just as you would normally. Remember, make the T, go over, under, out, and over. Make the T, go over, under, out, and over. Then you want to pause. Look at the 2 stitches on the right hand needle. Take the first stitch and pull it up and over the second and around the back of the right hand needle. Then stitch another stitch and repeat the same process. Take the first stitch, take it over, around, and out the back. Do this until you only have 1 stitch remaining on your right hand needle. Now, with 1 stitch left, I'm going to open the loop slightly, just to make it easier for the next step. I'm going to trim the excess thread, leaving a tail, and then I'm simply going to take the tail and thread it through this loop so it ties itself off nice and neatly. Now you have a finished piece. Thank you for listening to my demonstration, and happy crafting!